What up, MetaZoo Maniacs? So today's video, as you saw in the title, we're going to look at all my Kickstarter cards in my collection. Some I bought during the dip, some I had before the dip, and one I made an amazing trade for. But first, I just wanted to show this PSA 10 invisible ink. Somehow this is the only PSA 10 invisible ink, but there's only 2 of these sent into PSA. The other one got a PSA 8. I bought this for $100 a few months ago now. I just wonder why no one else is sending this in to get graded. Is this a hard card to grade? Like maybe people aren't sending in because it doesn't come in good condition when you pull it out of a pack? I have no idea. But I think it's pretty sweet. So if you have an invisible ink, why haven't you graded this yet? And behind that, we have black ink. As you might have seen in some of my shorts recently here, or in the video. And if you know anything about this card, you know to put on your sunglasses now. Cause yeah, I don't know if that's hurting your eyes or if you're just like wondering if you're high right now. Trust me, you're not seeing things. This is real. This is crazy. Anyways, I bring these out too because it took 14 to 15 months to get these in the mail. When you order the World Poker Tour poker decks, it took a long time to get these. And maybe MetaZoo's in discussions with another company and they're being bought. I know people are like, why do you have hope? Copium, blah, 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 right? All I can say is buy the dip and watch this clip that I saw on Nick Shrinkton Pokemon's video. Now, nothing's confirmed with what you're about to see, but it gives me hope. So watch this and then tell me if you have more hope.
Hearing Bandai has bought MetaZoo even after the ship Mike pulled, Mike and Andy could have paid all parties, employees, and consumers, but they chose to keep the profit for themselves. MetaZoo isn't dead, but it's about to drastically change. But if you hated Mike, then it's probably going to get a lot better.
So now that you watched that, what do you think? Do you think maybe you have a little more hope and maybe MetaZoo's not dead? It's just in a transition period like I keep telling everybody? I mean, I could be wrong, but it could also be right. Just think about that for a second. So anyways, we'll put these bad boys away. Before we even get to the Kickstarter, I know I'm taking my sweet time. I'm excited about Wolverine Deadpool. So I just thought I'd show this card. Now if you don't show it right, it's going to look like that. Blah. But if you get the light just right, ooh, that is amazing. Anyways, old school holograms. And like anyone like Nick Strength of Pokemon or anyone, if anyone has nostalgia with Marvel, get some of those, well they're expensive, but get some of those old Marvel boxes. You know, 1990 and 1991. So this is from 1990. And this is the holograms from 1991. Pretty damn nice. And then Punisher. This was the easiest hologram to pull in my experience, but it's pretty badass. Anyways, and then if you want to get a 1993 box, this is the only hologram you can pull, but it's very hard to pull. You probably opened several boxes to get it. But I pulled this myself. I only bought one box ever and I pulled it. So I got pretty lucky. And there's a blue tint variation that's very rare that makes this card even more valuable. But anyways, let's get to the Kickstarter cards. So, we're going to start with Cryptonation Spellbook. Yeah, I mean, I bought this raw on eBay for $100 over a year ago, and it graded a PSA 10. That's one thing I love about MetaZoo cards. You can buy them raw, and they grade really well. Most of the time, PSA 10s, which is crazy. But first, we're going to go over the PSA 9 stack here. So for $35 Canadian during the dip, I bought this one, the Blister Pack promo. PSA 9. I mean, I like collecting the 10s just like everyone else, but if it's cheap enough, I will buy the 9s. $35 Canadian? Psh, why not? Piazza-Bird. I don't remember the prices on some of these PSA 9s, but they were all well under $100. I'm just going to say that much. Pretty damn nice. And the thing that's crazy about these Kickstarter cards, 2 years ago, these were so expensive. I never thought I would even own one of these. Never mind stacks and stacks of them. Next we have Sam Sinclair, PSA 9, Loveland Frogman, ×2. I mean, Just having even one of these was well under $100 as well. It was like $90, $85, I don't know. It's crazy. These are full holo Loveland Frogman Kickstarter cards. That's crazy, man. Anyone that's been around MetaZoo for the last 3 years knows how crazy this is. Just to have in a collection, it's bananas. Anyways, so we got the Power Up Red. One thing I can't emphasize enough with Power Up Red, there is no sample card version of it. This is the very first printing of Power Up Red. And it's one of the nicest cards, and anyone that opened up Crypto Nation, when they pulled Power Up Red, they were like, holy moly, that's a nice looking card. So PSA 9 of that. Bigfoot, I mean, this is the card that got me into MetaZoo. As soon as I saw this artwork, I'm like, yo, that's from the 1967 Roger Patterson film. And I was like, I think MetaZoo knows what they're doing. I mean, not anymore, but I'm sure the new owners will pick up the pace or pick it up a little bit. So that's our PSA 9s. Now the rest are all PSA 10s. It's all gravy icing from this point on. So we have mediums, third eye. Normally I don't pick up cards like this, but I believe I picked it up for like $65 Canadian. Why not, right? Walking Sam. Oh, this card used to sell for over $1,000, if you can even believe that. Ooh, look at that holo. That looked good. $39. PSA 10. Sinkhole Sam. I believe this is sold as cheap as like 30 bucks. I picked this one up for 55. When I bought it for 55, I thought that was the dip. Psh, like, I overpaid at 55. Imagine saying that 2 years ago for a full holo Kickstarter PSA 10, that $55 is too much. That's crazy. This one's cool for me. I bought this on January 29th when MetaZoo decided to close its doors. Bought this in auction for 75 bucks. Now I know it's sold as cheap as like 56, but still, 75 bucks, I'll take it. Quetzalcoatlus Full Holo Kickstarter PSA 10. Of course, Power Up Red, once again, had to have this as a PSA 10. I remember when I watched Nick Strength of Pokemon get those Kickstarter packs out of the Dim Mock boxes, the t-shirts or whatever, and he pulled this and he sent it away, graded, got a PSA 10. And I believe he sold it for $350, and at that time that was really cheap. I bought this for $145, and I'm pretty sure this is sold even cheaper than that recently. So, but anyways, super nice. Piazza Full Holo PSA 10. Gotta have that. Oh, Sam Sinclair, man, I never thought I'd own this as a Kickstarter, never mind as a PSA 10. This used to sell for over $1,500. I picked this up for what? I remember I bought a first edition Sam Sinclair, not Kickstarter, for $185 like a year and a half ago. I bought this for $175 Kickstarter PSA 10. That's insane. Buy the dip, right? Here we have Loveland Frogman Reverse Holo PSA 10. I believe this one was like $46. I don't know how this was $46. I mean, it's the second most popular cryptid in Crypto Nation. Kickstarter. I know it's Reverse Holo, but it's PSA 10. 46 bucks. Ah. Let's go side by side here. Full Holo Loveland Frogman PSA 10 Kickstarter. That is nice. This one was $255. I know it's sold as cheap as $171, but it was $255 when I picked it up. Damn, that's nice. It's just cool to have both of them, right? Completed the set. We got Chaos Crystal. Reverse Holo, this one was like $52. I mean, when Crypto Nation first came out, Chaos Crystal was the second most popular card behind Mothman. I'm pretty sure Loveland Frogman's the second most popular now. Chaos Crystal's kind of fallen off the map a bit, but I mean, this was $46. This one I picked up for $90. How mental is that? Actually, let's put it like this. That's insane. I mean, they're both PSA 10. So if you told me 2 years ago I was going to pick up both of these for less than $150 total, That's wild. Yeah, I just had to look at that a bit. I mean, I can't believe I have the Chaos Crystal Full Hollow Kickstarter PSA 10. That's what I've been buying in the dip. And, of course, the King of Kings, the cherry on top. Oof. I mean, this is just a card. If you love MetaZoo, you gotta have this in your collection. There's, I think, 125 of these as a PSA 10. And they're only getting cheaper. I mean, 2 years ago, these were selling for like $10,000. Now you can pick them up for around $600. But I picked this up in a memorable trade when I traded my 4 out of 5 Chaos Crystal and some other cards to a guy in Ireland for just this card. That was crazy. I have a video where I kind of talked about it, but I'm going to make a better update video explaining exactly how this transaction went down. It's pretty epic for me. Hopefully people enjoy the story. But yeah. What do you think of this fun little collection? Well, how's your collection going? I guess that's the question. How's your Kickstarter collection going in the dip? What have you picked up? Tell me some prices. Tell me some stories in the comments below. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with MetaZoo, but I know my collection's pretty sweet. I like looking at it. I mean, even if MetaZoo gets picked up by who knows who, right? And in a month from now, everything goes up 10 times in value. I wouldn't even sell it then. I would just be sitting here being like, yay, this is worth a lot of money. But if you don't sell it, it's not worth nothing. And I'm not going to sell any of these. I mean, not for many, many, many years. Like, unless I absolutely had to, or who knows, right? But I don't plan on selling them. And if MetaZoo's dead, then, I don't know, prices will keep going down and I'll keep buying more. So what do you think of that, haters? So yeah, suck on that. And for those that are still enjoying MetaZoo, comment below. Actually, even the haters, comment below. I don't care. If Umu ever watches my videos, I'd love for him to comment below. I don't speak donkey, so I don't know if I understand what he's saying, but I'll try my best. I'll hit like Google Translate, right? So anyways, let me know what you think. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.